This is one of my most watched video on YouTube in the year 2023. And I'm grateful to everyone that watched this video and shared it and liked it, because it is one of the videos that I didn't expect that it was going to blow up, but it actually helped my channel to grow. The story that is being spoken here is about Julius Malema versus the Nigerian ambassador. But what he says here, it's still applying to what is happening today, that South Africa has been recently summoned by Israel, that they are not going to show any mercy. And I want you to watch this video of the Israel ambassador and the threat that they give to South Africa. And then you come and listen to this video and the part where Julius Malema responds that there's still colonialism. If we still have people that are still threatening another nation, there is still colonialism. But let's listen to this video and then the part where the High Commissioner talks about no colonialism, and then Julius Malema's response.
The State of Israel emphatically condemns South Africa's decision to play advocate for the devil and to make itself criminally complicit with the perpetrators of the October 7 massacre. On October 7, South Africa openly aligned itself with the Hamas rapist regime when it blamed Israel for Hamas's violation of the ceasefire and covered up Hamas's crimes against humanity. It is now aiding and abetting that machinery of genocide. Collaborating with the perpetrators of genocide is, alas, not new to South Africa, which backed Omar al-Bashir after he was indicted for genocide in Darfur. In giving political and legal cover to the October 7 massacre and the Hamas human shield strategy, South Africa has made itself criminally complicit with Hamas's campaign of genocide against our people. It shares culpability for the tragic loss of human life. The State of Israel will appear before the International Court of Justice at The Hague to dispel South Africa's absurd blood libel. How tragic that the rainbow nation that prides itself on fighting racism will be fighting pro bono for anti-Jewish racists. We have no doubt that after the Jewish state brings to justice the perpetrators of the bloodiest massacre of Jews since the Holocaust, history will judge South Africa for abetting the modern heirs of the Nazis. We assure South Africa's leaders, history will judge you, and it will judge you without mercy.
But today, we don't have colonialism to fight as such, because the whole of Africa has been decolonized. South Africa is independent, Namibia is independent, and so is the whole African continent, with the exception of probably some aggression against Western Sahara. So is it not time that EFF takes a posture that is more inclusive of development concepts rather than imaginary fighting colonialists that do not exist in any way?
This thing of territorial threats, we know them here. We've got an army base here in Botswana. What is America doing here in Botswana? Why is Africa not in American borders? What do you call that? And you come and say imperialism and colonialism is finished. When people expand their territorial expansion through putting military bases at our borders. There's a military base here. A study has been conducted that a fighter jet that moves from that army base to the Union building will not take less than 2 minutes to bomb the Union building. If a war is declared with America, America does not have to assemble any resource from Washington or anywhere else to come here. They are already here. What do you call that? It's democracy. It's free world. We must celebrate that and say, no, imperialism is no longer there. It's in our head. We understand what Putin is fighting against because we have it here. Here. What is it doing here? We never went to Asia. We never went to Europe. We never went to America. We are here. We don't establish bases anywhere. Why should you establish bases in military bases in our continent? And when we speak, it's called old-fashioned politics, that they are out of fashion. There's no such a thing as imperialism. When imperialism is breathing on our neck, yeah, we're not going to allow that. We are going to expose that American military base here all the time in the platforms we get and educate our people that this is exactly what Putin is fighting against. America will not allow that. That Russia must go and establish a military base in Cuba with missiles facing the USA. Don't allow that. So we must not be allowed, we must not be asked to accept the things that you will not accept.
I want you to tell me what you think about what Julius Malema said and what this Israel ambassador or the representative said about South Africa after South Africa took Israel to the ICC over the crimes against humanity. What is your take? What is your take? What do you think of the stance by Julius Malema and the stance by some leaders that are in Africa over supporting Hamas, and what happened in the past few weeks of what happened to a Tanzanian citizen that was killed at the hands of Hamas? Some people have defended this and said this is Israel. We don't know, but what I'm saying is, should Africa be involved in this? Does this benefit us in any way? And what is the role of Africa if it is facing these kinds of threats from the likes of Israel? What do you make of this scenario? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section.